What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to Bald Man Reacts. I didn't plan on doing a Gazette video today, but if you haven't heard yet, their new track, Sono Ko wa Moroku, wound up being played on Japanese radio. There are several copies of it on Google Drive floating around. So, there are many of you that are going to want to hear what I have to say about it. I've already had several requests to do it. So we're going to do it without the audio, so I don't get in trouble. I will put the Google Drive link down in the description below. That way, you can sync it up. The sync point, as always, when I do a video, is when you hear me say go, that's when you're going to hit play, because that's actually when I'm hitting play. So we sync it up pretty good. That's how I do it. And it should work for you. I'll make sure to get it as accurate as I possibly can. From the word go to play. I've done this several times. You should be familiar with it if you're familiar with the channel. If you're not, well, hopefully you like it this way. It's easier for me to get certain content up right off the bat without having to worry about copyright. And I know there's certain things you guys certainly want to hear when it comes available, this being one of them. I have listened to the track a couple of times, and I'm going to listen to it again for you guys because I had some requests to do it. So, the band is the Gazette. This is the brand new track, Sono Ko wa Moroku, coming off 9th. And here we go. Right on that G's when I started. I love the sparkly clean tones and the ambient textures. Almost like the piano effect. It's almost like a wind blowing. It's a really nice texture. You get those electronic elements right there. Big rumbly bass from Reta. Really nice doubled vocals, kind of makes your skin crawl just a little bit. Ryuki's definitely using his voice here. Already shifting in and out of that false and using that vibrato. It's so pretty. This is textbook ballad being done by the Gazette, and it's incredible. Love that transition from his full voice into his false there. Really nice fills by Kai. Really good cymbal crash to accent that fill. And you hear that melodic guitar line come in. Some really faint lead accents going on back there. Another really good fill. Ryuki's instrument, his voice, is fully on display here. As it drops down, he hits that falsetto. Shifts back into this incredible chorus. Probably one of the biggest, prettiest choruses I've heard them do. Big bass swell by Reta. You're getting some little textures there as well from the guitar players. I'm not sure who's playing what, though. The vocal just pulls on you. It gets inside you. The fills and the drum accents are so well done here. You'll notice there's several lead trades throughout this solo here. I'll point them out at the end. You got that little slide there at 3:18. Really nice run there to close that solo out. Really excellent use of the kit by Kai when he's utilizing these fills. Got a couple of really cool tom accents using his floor tom. He times it really well with the way Reyes is playing bass. When you hear that really big thump that he did a couple times right there, that's that standing big floor tom, and it has that big thumpy feel, and really adds that deep, rich accent. Noticing more that Kai's using that quite a bit for coloring here. You can hear these fills going throughout it as the track's finishing out. I know you get the DJ doing his DJ thing back there, but you still get a really good feel of what that track is. That was the Gazette. The track was Sono wa Moroku. I'm sure I probably messed that up a little bit, so I will apologize. I think it's an incredible ballad. For me, it takes all of the elements, minus Ruki's incredible aggressive vocal, but it takes so many of the elements that I love about this band, all those strengths, and puts them on full display inside of a brilliantly structured, if not standard structure, song structure, verse, chorus, and post-chorus ballad. You get the ambient textures. You get the subtle electronic elements they started using, if I'm not mistaken, Stack Rubbish and Nils, when you really start to hear more of those. Though I do need to hear more of those here, Nil and beyond. But you started hearing those elements. You get so many facets of Ruki's voice. That strong, rich chest voice, that beautiful falsetto that he's capable of, the clever vibrato usage in different parts of the passage, the way he colors certain parts that he's singing. Reyes' bass work sounds phenomenal. You get those pretty standard points where he's just grooving away, playing locked into the pocket with Kai, just holding down the root. But you also get these great points where he's walking through little bass runs, accenting a passage, and it sounds amazing. Kai is an absolute star in this track. He's using fills incredibly well. He's accenting in little spots. And the fills are clever. They're well played. They're not overdone, but they certainly accent the track and what he's doing. And they add an additional layer of depth and power to the track, as far as I'm concerned. I like that you can hear the addition of that floor tom, that big thumpy rumble in some of the fills. The one coming out of the solo right around the 324 or 5 mark. I'd have to look exactly. It's really nice. Both guitar players are shining so bright here as well. There's some really interesting accents going on throughout the track. You've got one guitar player holding down the clean passages and the riff, and you've got a bunch of accent work. The solo section is really well done. It's simple. It's really nice harmony work. There's lead changes that I've been able to pick up at 305, 311, and 319, where the guitar players are trading their leads. You can hear that difference in tone and the difference in feel of each guitar player. I don't know their individual styles enough to tell you who's playing what, but it's certainly there, and it sounds great. They finish out with a nice little run, and it goes back into that brilliant chorus, and I love the track. Now, I've mentioned it before, but for those of you that don't know, Josh Wilbur mixed the record, and I'm a big Josh Wilbur fan of what he's done with Gojira. I'm a fan of the work he's done with Lamb of God for years. I'm clearly a big Sons of Texas fan, and he's done both Sons of Texas records. And I had a chance to talk with the Sons guys. They said he really has such a great ear, and he's very instrumental in dialing things in and focusing things and really getting the best performance out of the band possible. I think some fans might be a little upset that he simplified some things, but to me, this track is so effective because it takes all of those strengths, it hones them, it shapes them, it puts them in the spots they are in, and it gives you this beautiful, rich ballad with some nice technicality and musicianship that just hugs away at you. I challenge you, if you're a Gazette fan, to not listen to this track several times, because I know others have that I've already talked to today. Kareen, Sema, and several others. And I think you're going to like it. I really do. I think I said it when the video I did for Falling, which I'll put back up at some point without the video or the audio. I think it's a testament to how the band is going to sound on this record with Ninth. And I do think you're going to get an incredibly effective, really well-written, focused record, and this just continues to prove that I might be on the right track with my guess. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed what I had to say about it. I hope you checked the track out. And so normally I wouldn't do a Gazette track right after I did a Gazette track, but I wanted to get this out because it certainly is breaking. And it's a beautiful track. Thank you all so much for the support. I love you. I appreciate you. As always, you have been awesome. I have been Bald Man. I will see you in the next one. Be excellent to each other and keep it.